working, and I hope camera 2 has got enough battery left to record this. Hi, my name is Paul Murphy, and in many ways I'm sorry to do this to you. I was just sorting some paperwork out today, and this came back to light. Subscribers, you'll know roughly what I'm going to be talking about here. Glasses. And I found this. It's a genuine letter from Peterborough City Council. Peterborough, Cambridgeshire County Council. And it is dated the 15th of October 2021. Dear Mr. Murphy, as you are aware, Children's Services have received a contact regarding children. We discussed the content of the contact, and after considering the information we have gathered, we do not feel that there is a role for Children's Services. The contact has therefore been closed, and we will not be contacting you further regarding this matter. This information will be recorded and held on our database in accordance with the General Data Protections Regulations, GDPR. Yours sincerely, Team Manager, MASH, Multi-Agency Safeguarding Hub. I guess they thought they were pretty clever, you know, coming up with that acronym. Not even a signature. Can you see that? Computer-generated signature. No name on that. That's right. Okay, let's take that apart. We just point out that it wasn't me that made the contact. It was an ambulance driver. Well, I don't know if it was an ambulance driver that made the contact to them. In a nutshell, I was not feeling too well, and I called 111, and by the time the first responder got here, I missed the start of it, so I only know hearsay, but when I recovered consciousness, there was a guy, a little van, and he was letting two ambulance crew in through the back door. And he was saying to them, I came in and he was unconscious on the kitchen floor. I did his sats, his oxygen was 86, so I put an oxygen mask on him. And he's up to 98 now, and now you guys have turned up and they put me on the gurney and moved me in. I don't know what an oxygen level of 86 is, but I figure it wasn't good if they'd stuck a mask on my face. I mean, I wasn't that ugly, you know. And they were weaning me out, and I said, please, I said, because I was in the middle of this court row, you know. And I said, please, I said, if I don't make it, I said, please, there's some photographs in the front room. I said, please, make sure that someone gets them to get two children safe. And they did, and they took them on, and so where it went through from that, and I came out of hospital and that letter came back through. Now here's an interesting thing. So you remember what it says here? Remember what it says here? After considering the information we have gathered, what information did they gather? We do not feel there is a role for Children's Services. These are just two of the photographs. I didn't get the photographs back, but I've got duplicates. Can you see that injury there? Can you see that smashed toe? Now I need to obscure face. Look how thin that child is. Look at the arms on that child. See how thin that child is? I'm not going to tell you who that child is, but I can assure you. He used to be old, nothing left of him. But here's the thing, folks. As you can see, these photographs are taken from a video. I was shown this injury by a child. The other one is when they were alone in a house, and I was filming them having been abandoned on a hot day, and he had his shirt off. I'm sorry, I'm choking up here. As you can see, that's taken from a video, yeah? This is mine. Actually, it's the wrong way up there. So, and so what I did was I played the video in through the laptop, used that camera there and took these photographs, and then had the photographs blown up. Riddle me this. Let's go back to the letter just so you can see the address. How, pray tell, did MASH, the Multi-Agency Safeguarding Hub, how did they investigate this? Since I've got the video that explains how those injuries happen. And no one asked me for that video. I still got that film now. How do you investigate something that's taken from a video without asking to see the video that it comes from and listening to the victim's own words, saying who it was that did it and when it happened? And also, though, careful with that word here. And this is what goes on and on and on. Look at the date on that, 21. So this is 21. Now, there's more to this. It's on an email, but there is a photograph on one of my photo montages in the background. Now you know I have these things going on. A year beforehand, 2020, in this country, there's a male domestic abuse organisation called Respect, for whom I have very little respect based on their work. But let's not sidetrack ourselves there. And they contacted those people as well based on photographs that they'd seen, different photographs taken previously. They went above my head to do it. I said, don't. I said, because I'm trying to get this thing in court to stop them being da-da-da-da. So please don't do anything until, we can't wait, Mr. Murphy. We've got to go in now. So they went above my head and did it. 3 years later, it's June 2023 now, 3 years later, 6 weeks ago, following further contact from me, I CC'd them, following further injuries, and all these organisations. So I sent an email out, and I emailed the NSPCC, the National Society for the Protection of Cruelty to Children, THE, protection. I'm not going to roll off on one here, but just Google their accounts, okay, the last published accounts. I believe they had 110 million in donations and they spent 100 million. So they made £10 million profit out of you, lovely people, donate. I expect they told you they're under-resourced everything. I mean, I don't know too many businesses are making a 10 million a year profit, do you? No. And I CC Respect, and they wrote back and they said that they'd got that something similar to that. And they said we had a letter back and it said the case had been closed, no further details were provided. So you've got photographic evidence of serious, unexplained injuries to a very young child. And you're an abuse organisation, and you got an email back like that saying, we've looked into it, and you just go, okay then, that's fine. And a year later, there's more injuries. And there were more injuries the year after that. I spoke to Peterborough Children's Services, I believe it was September 2020, and I spoke, and that was the same time. Well, I don't want to go off on someone else's issues here. Let's just say I do wonder whether Bernadette Walker, God bless you, sweet angel, may you rest in peace, you little bit in life, did you? Or my brother, whether they got one of those letters. The Peterborough MP, by the way, is Paul Bristow. Paul Bristow. Shall I say that again? The Peterborough MP is called Paul Bristow, and I contacted him in 2020 as well. Are you happy, Paul Bristow? You think you do a good job? Do you? And still, the injuries keep coming. And BBC, where the goddamn hell are you, BBC? So, that's kind of the backstory of this song. I'm going to do as Ye Sow, so shall you reap. I have a lot of problems with this kind of stuff because I have the event, and that starts the song off, and then it goes wider. A certain part of this song, it brings back other things you recall One of the instances I recall was I was in a post office in Yeovil about a year ago, and there was a young boy running around, and well, it was a mini market, you know, with a post office built in, and the mother was over there using self-service machines, and there was a lady in front of me in the queue. He's full of energy, and she said, yeah, he needs a good right-hander. I've quoted this so many times to these child agencies. Well, I mean, they're not child protection agencies. They're abuser protection agencies. They protect the abusers. 6 words. How much is wrong with that? Needs? He needs? Why was that big? Like, needs? Who needs to be hit? Who needs to be hit? Needs to be hit? A good right-hander? What, like a weak punch isn't enough? Has to be a really good right-hander. Yeah? Needs a good. What's good about violence? What's good about a right-hander? The Yeovil MP is Marcus Fish. That's a story for another song, yeah? I'm sick and fed up of week in, week out in this country, children being murdered, beaten, emotionally destroyed for life. And these agencies send letters, well, you know what, I mean, it doesn't even say what they did. We consider that. Should we do anything? Nah, it's Friday afternoon. Oh, okay then. That's till the abuse goes on. How many times Peterborough MP, Paul Bristow, I mean, you can't have investigated, can you, Paul Bristow, because if they're still sending letters like that out, you know, that's on your watch. And what was it your Smithers said to me in the email? Why, you're not my constituent. Or Paul isn't your constituent. Oh, so the children can be beaten, abused in Peterborough, but unless you live in Peterborough, you can't report it. This song is called As Ye Sow, So Shall Ye Reap. Even the devil shudder. There's venom and there's vitriol in every syllable you utter. I don't know why you wake up, let alone how you sleep. Remember this though, as ye sow, so shall ye reap. And slake your thirst in innocence tears. Your unholy essence has shadow-drenched their years, but I will pull them free from you, and safe we shall them keep. Never will this as ye sow, so shall ye reap. Pleasure do you get, inflicting pain on all you view? Salome herself would balk at all the twisted things you do. You revel with arcane eyes as you let the children weep, but always know that as ye sow, so shall ye reap. Justice should finally come calling, they can balance up the scales. On that day your bed will be unmade, your screams of mercy will be to no avail. You'll not escape the pit you've dug, you've made its walls too steep. It's foretold that as ye sow, so shall ye reap. That you hurl, you go below to see them hit. Your skull and crossbones flag unfurled, your hatred hand blows, they just won't quit. Do you think they will forgive you? That you won't know defeat? Naive fool, as ye sow, shall ye reap. Where can you escape to that your infamy will not follow? When you finally land upon the stand, your excuses none will swallow. Where you started, where you'll end, the circle shall be complete. Hades hounds as ye sow, so shall ye reap. There's an election coming up, people of Peterborough. Before it gets here, I suggest that you seriously ask questions about how your tax is being spent on people living in luxury houses on 60 grand a year salaries, sending out letters like that. Next time you see on the news another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old child has been abused in any form at all. And you think, as I do all the time, how can that have happened? How can that have been missed? That's how it's been missed.